to be chaired by Jwala Kumar, VP Monetization and Strategic Partnerships, Xplurger. Give it up loudly for Jwala Kumar, ladies and gentlemen, as I call him up on stage. Thank you so much, always a pleasure to see you. And with him joining us on stage, we have Kunal Kapoor, who's the co-founder of Keto over here. Give it up loudly for him as well, ladies and gentlemen, Kunal Kapoor. Two very good people, two very fit people, two very exciting people. It's time to hear from them. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Well, first of all, thank you. Thank you so much for having me here. I've been a little unwell, so if I lose my chain of thought somewhere in between, please forgive me. But it's very, very exciting to be here and talk about something that I'm passionate about, which is obviously Keto, and you know, the power of communities and the power of storytelling, and the importance of storytelling.
Yeah, so Kunal, it's always a pleasure talking to people like you who are not only helping addressing the societal problem, but actually becoming superhero while doing some amazing stuff. So for Keto, as you know, it's a platform for crowdfunding. I have a few queries or questions. Like when you started in 2012, it's been a decade, more than a decade. There, when AI was not in news, nothing was there. How you are using artificial intelligence and data analytics, and how it is impacting analyzing your donor campaigns, and how it is giving you result and all that.
Right, so I mean, right from the inception, the idea behind Keto was to build something that was very transparent and easy to use. We felt like there was a gap there when it came to social funding.
Okay.
There were a lot of people that were doing social funding, but it wasn't, they were not using technology effectively, and it wasn't transparent, which meant that you didn't really know how the money was being raised and where it was going. So the idea really was to use technology effectively, and that's what we've been doing. And AI obviously has played a really important part. I think what AI has done is twofold. One is that it's given us a chance to sort of look at all the campaigns that have been successful and campaigns that have failed, and to get some kind of pattern that emerges from them, and to study that and to understand that. So it's been helpful there. And the other thing, of course, is to increase donor interaction and to tailor campaigns for those particular donors. So AI has obviously been very effective there as well. And with the data, of course, you know, you're studying data in real time, and you adjust your strategies depending on what the data is giving you. So that's been very important. But the other thing, again, which has been important with data and ML, is that it's helped us to sort of put a system in place where if there's any anomalies in a campaign, you know, there's certain red flags that have been put into place, and those anomalies show up, and we can, fraud detection becomes far more effective. So yeah, technology obviously has played a really important part in our platform.
So, I mean, on this line only, my second question is that what role do community and social networks play in crowdfunding?
I think community and social networks are the foundation of any crowdfunding campaign.
All right.
Because I think in today's world, what is really important is distribution.
True.
And I think communities and social networks help you with distribution. They help you to get credibility. They help you to reach out to new people, which you may have not been able to reach out earlier. Right. And, you know, even with us at Keto, we started in 2012. And for the first many years, we didn't have enough money for any kind of marketing. But the company was growing organically, and that was only because of community and social networks, right? And it was not only growing organically in India, a lot of our donors were people from outside India. Yeah. Sometimes in very remote places, countries that you would not imagine people want to donate, you know, for campaigns in India. And all those people were being reached out because of community and social networks. So yeah, it really is the foundation of any kind of campaign and any kind of distribution.
So the word itself is key to tomorrow, and I can see it's a huge growth, and this Keto is rapidly growing. So do you have any example, any campaign, crowdfunding campaign, which has given massive response so far?
Oh, there's been so many of them, starting right from, I think, our first big campaign was in 2015, where we were funding for these athletes that didn't
Okay.
have enough money for the equipment to go for the Commonwealth Games
Yeah,
at
yeah.
that point of time. And in fact, some of them went and won medals there as well. So it was a matter of great pride. But ever since then, there's just been so many campaigns, right from health to, just people stepping up during COVID. So many people who had never sort of done any kind of donation or run any kind of campaign stepped up. And I think for me, what is one of my favorite stories is that, when we started Keto, one of the things for me that was really important was how do we get young people in this country involved. I always felt like the whole sort of social ecosystem in this country, a lot of young people wanted to be involved, but they felt like this is not for me. It is for a certain kind of person. Whereas when I looked at the ecosystem out west, there was a lot of young people involved. They were running marathons, garage sales. There were different kind of ways where they were making a lot of fun. And I felt, if we can get young people involved, it'll make a big difference in not only the number of campaigns, but also, how many people come forward and donate and stuff. And during COVID, I have a friend of mine, he called me and he said, my daughter, she's 10 years old, and she was watching television with me. And she was seeing the migration crisis and stuff, of the migrants and stuff. And she said that, look, I don't want to just sit and watch, I want to do something. So she wants to start a campaign. And he was like, I don't know if she's going to raise money or something, but I just wanted to do this because it makes her happy. So she started a campaign and she ended up raising 14 lakh rupees, right?
Oh, wow.
For these migrants that were struggling. And for me, that was amazing because in the past, there would have been intent. There would have been a young person that wanted to do something, but there was no avenue. And I think platforms like us just provide the avenue for people to carry through with their good intentions. And like we're talking, communities and social networks help to distribute that good intention. So it really is about how far we can take that good intention, right?
Right. So I see there is a huge growth. I mean, more than 1 lakh donors has got impacted on this by this cause. I mean, you really helped. So my question would be that how important is building a community or social network for this brand or for such kind of noble cause?
Well, it is, and I think the most important thing in building community and a social network is storytelling. I think storytelling is something that we often underestimate. And that's true not only for a campaign, but also when you're building a company. I think when you're building a company, you're looking to disrupt something. You have to be able to tell an effective story.
Right.
And I think it's very important to be able to be very clear in your communication about who you are, what you're doing, and why you're doing it, firstly.
True.
Secondly, I think it's got to be emotionally engaging because, we live in a world where we're constantly bombarded with so much stuff, right? And most of the stuff just goes unnoticed. But it's only when something is emotionally engaging that it attracts your attention. And thirdly, I think it's very important that the communication is authentic and personal. We found a lot of campaigns which we felt, people should have been helped.
Yeah.
But the communication was very generic and it didn't reach out to people. So I think when you're building a community or social network, I think storytelling is really important. And the other thing is constant engagement with that community and social network, right? Because sometimes people go silent and then the community sort of falls apart. I think you've got to constantly be engaged with your community and your social network. So, I mean...
Very well said. I mean, I can reconnect with this. So, I mean, there are so many points that you touch upon. Last question that I would ask that what is the common mistake that people do while setting up a campaign, especially for donors and all that? And what are the points that you want to highlight to eliminate those errors or mistakes that people do?
Firstly, like I said, I mean, the story is not emotionally engaging and it's not personal. It doesn't feel authentic.
Of course.
So it's generic, so it just sort of
True. Yeah.
doesn't make an impact. Secondly is people don't give constant updates. I think as a community, as somebody that's donating, it's very important to constantly know what's happening. How is that money being used? Is it having an impact or not? So I think that's the second thing that's really important. And thirdly, I mean, that's true for my profession as well. I think listening to the audience and, making changes accordingly. I think we've got to be very open to what feedback you're getting from the community. You might think that you're going the right direction and doing the right thing, but
Right.
the community might feel like you're not, right? So it's very important to be open to feedback and make changes according to that feedback. I think that's something that we've learned not only as an organization, but we've seen on multiple fundraisers, is that a person that's willing to make changes, is willing to listen to the community, gets a much more deeply engaged community then.
Wow. So very insightful. I mean, since we have time constraints, anything else that you want to speak about Ketos and its USPs and beauty?
Well, what is the USP of Keto? I think, like I said, I mean, for us, it's only always been about how do we provide a platform for good intention, right?
Yes.
And that is what we've constantly tried to do, is whether we reach out to NGOs, whether we reach out to individuals, whether we help somebody in healthcare. How is it that we take good intention to as many people as possible?
Alright.
And what I found really fascinating is on the platform is very likely that when somebody is donated on the platform, a large number of them actually come back to the platform to raise for themselves in the future or for somebody that they love. Because what happens is that initially, even when we started, initially people used to be hesitant.
Yeah.
Because they used to feel like, in India, you feel like, I don't want to go out there and ask for money, right?
Correct.
But when you see somebody like yourself, going out there, raising money successfully, getting treated,
Yeah.
then when it's, your turn or you're in some kind of distress, you don't feel the same kind of awkwardness or embarrassment to do the same thing. And I think that that's been something that's been really important for us.
Lovely. So, I mean, naive to say, Kunal has done marvelous job. He has nurtured this brand, and it's been more than 10 years that he has made this brand growing like crazy. It's not only India's one and only brand, but it's growing in many of the countries. It's India's largest fundraising, crowdfunding platform. So, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Anything else that you want to share with the audience?
No, I think, I mean, they've got a long day of lots of people sharing, so I'll leave it at that.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And I'll request you to kindly, thank you so much. Any questions? I'm pretty sure some of you might be having questions. We have a bandwidth for 2 questions. Just gentleman over here. Can I please have a mic for him over here? Can we please pass a mic to him? Please kindly pass it to him. We can take one more question if anybody is interested, okay? I spot somebody over there at the back as well.
Kunal sir, so my question is like, how do you reach out to the underprivileged living in the rural areas? So because Keto is something which we had heard of, and mostly I've seen people like us are using it, but who's really poor, they have not heard about this.
Sure. So, I mean, for us right now, we haven't been able to reach out to the rural areas, unfortunately. We started with the cities when we were starting off, then we went to the tier 2, tier 3 cities. But getting to rural India is something that is part of our plan. The second thing that we did, I think, which was very important, was that, look, you said like people like us are usually people that use the platform, and that was correct to begin with, because, I might be somebody that doesn't have a network. I might have relatives that don't have money, so how do I reach out to people, right? So we started another model, which was a kind of a service model, advertising model, which meant that you might be somebody that doesn't have a network of your own, in which case Keto sort of takes over and advertises on your behalf. And a certain amount of money from that campaign goes to the advertising, right? Because what that does is effectively is if you don't have a network of your own, you can then reach out to networks that are, people that are on Google or, Facebook or YouTube and stuff like that. So we created another kind of vertical where we would service people that don't have networks of their own.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I believe we have a question over there at the back. Can we please pass the mic to him as well over there? Thank you. Over there, please. And then if any other questions, you can connect offline, because we have to let them go because they have limited time, of course.
Hi Kunal, this is a fanboy moment. I've been watching you as an actor from my childhood, but I want to understand, how are you going to compete with today's debt funding companies that have come up with this new technology as debt funding, and crowdfunding is a kind of similarity that is there, because any which ways you try and help the undeserving to get something to run their businesses. So how do you compete with those type of companies which are there existing in the market, which are doing debt funding right now?
Right. I do think that debt funding and crowdfunding is pretty is not as similar to each other. There is a huge difference between the two. But we have seen that like companies like Facebook started their own crowdfunding kind of networks, which is that you could donate on Facebook and stuff. But that has not really stopped us from growing, because I think what happens is after a certain point of time the brand becomes big enough and people trust the brand, and when that brand then starts doing things, people follow it anyways. So you might be a huge tech company that is trying to do something similar, but there's somebody that's already sort of built a competence in that area and is focused on that area. Then I don't think that competition really affects you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that question. And on that note, one final question, sir, nothing related to this. What's the secret to these amazing biceps? A lot of people over here are interested to know that as well.
Just working out, man. Just being in the profession where you have to constantly work out. I think that's really important. You don't have a choice but to stay fit.
But I think fantastic stuff. I think people like you are very inspiring, not just managing great work as an actor, but also great stuff as an entrepreneur as well. Give it up for both of them, please, ladies and gentlemen. Jwala Kumar and Kunal
Thank you so
Kapoor
much.
it is
Thank you.
over here. Privileged to have both of you over here. Request both of you to kindly take your seats. Thank you so much.